Hi, I'm Rick, and this is Becky.
Hi.
She's my best friend, and we're stepmoms without children. Today, we're telling you about how we met. Hashtag best friend.
You love an origin story, bitch.
I love an origin story. And you know why I love an origin story? Because I love context. Give me the vibe. Give me, like, what child were you in your family? Are you the oldest daughter? Because I already know about you. Tell me how it started. That's me. So guys, welcome to our podcast. We're going to talk about just like how we met. I know how we met. Becky knows how we met, but I don't know Becky's version of how we met. And so just let's like build a little timeline. Like, tell me what you think happened.
Okay, so our mutual friend Evie.
Uh-huh.
Eve.
Uh-huh. Evelina, yeah.
So I met her working at the store.
Uh-huh.
And I have, that was back, which New Hampshire, home to me is New Hampshire.
Uh-huh. Home to me is Massachusetts.
Yeah. Home to Rick is Massachusetts and home to me is New Hampshire. But now home to us is Pennsylvania and Delaware. So I had since moved with the store to open more stores in Delaware at the time. And our mutual friend Eve said, I know this girl, she just moved down there, or you were moving down here, and you need a job. And so Eve said, interview her. She's so cool. You guys will love each other. Set it up. So sure enough, you had applied, and I found your application amongst all the others, and I said we got to interview her. And this is the part, like, I don't remember. I don't, like, did I call you or did I make one of my henchmen? Like,
okay. So here's what happened. I saw the logo of the store and I was like, they have that here? And so I asked Eve about it. I was like, how can I work there? And she said, remember that girl I always say that you're just like her, Becky? Well, she's down there. And I was like, oh, okay. So I already knew who you were. I knew of you for a long time. Because every time I saw Eve, she's like, you're just like Becky. And I was like, okay.
That's so cute.
I don't know, huh? And so she reached out to you. She told me to call you. No, she didn't tell me to call you. She told me, she called you. She set up like, hey, can this girl come for an interview? I literally that day came, you asked me to fill out an application. And then I think like the office manager at the time and the other sales manager at the time, they were like talking to me and they were like, who are you? And so I just filled it out. And then we did like an impromptu like interview. So there was no like back and forth calling. It was literally Eve saying, hey, are you guys hiring? Here's this girl. And I just showed up like literally that day. But so we interviewed and you were like, so listen, I'm like so busy. We have inventory coming up. Can you like call me after this date and then we'll set up another thing? And I was like, okay. And so I did. And then we interviewed, or we had like a longer conversation and not just a like, how do you know Eve kind of conversation. And then you were like, so actually we're not even hiring.
So bitch.
Because I wanted to work in the office. I didn't want to be a salesperson.
Did I try?
So, like, we're not
right?
Huh?
You'd be so good at sales. Like,
yes.
Come work at the sales floor.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, no. Please no. I'm not a commissioned salesperson. And then so you said that the finance company is hiring. And then so I interviewed on the spot with them and their DM downstairs. And then that's how
Okay, so this is where I just remember very quickly just realizing about you that you just had this like effortless coolness. Like you were just, and still are, like, sorry for the past tense, but I just very quickly realizing like how fucking cool you were.
Oh
and
my God.
Very intimidating, to be honest, because
I'm like, whatever, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say to me bounces off me and sticks to you. I literally thought you were the coolest bitch. I was like, yo, this girl needs to be my friend. The poof in her hair, the fucking Old Navy fucking ribbed tank top that I know that she's wearing underneath of her old Target cotton blazer that I also own.
Not that you fucking knew the blazer was from Target.
Literally, I was like, she's faking it to make it, but she did make it, and so give me this girl with her big ass hair.
I had every fucking color. They were so good.
All of them.
But the coolness, I just like if I had to sum up meeting you in one word, it would be cool. Because I just thought that you were so freaking cool. And to like the coolest thing about me is how like inherently uncool I am. And
yeah, no, you're very like effortlessly like the cool one. Like it's literally rubber and glue. Like it's you. Like you have your things that you're into, and like you have things that like definitely like date you, like your fucking discography in your head. But like the outfits and like the fucking labels that you have and know about, I'm like, I shop at like fucking whatever's less than TJ Maxx. This bitch is at like fucking Bloomingdale's. Who the fuck? Why she want to be my friend?
that was my fucking Nordstrom, like Gabby Sky, Adriana Papel era too.
I don't even know what those words mean, bro. But I love it for you. So we work at the store together. I start working there like maybe 2 weeks or a month later because I was like trying to do a nice thing for my previous position. Quickly, I'm like, how can I get this girl over here? Like I was peacocking so hard to get your attention every single time. Eventually you stopped working at the store, which is annoying. But in betwixt that, you were an integral part of my the creation of my relationship with my husband.
Now,
bitch.
Can we talk about the timeline here? Because, I mean, in my head, looking back, it must have been very, like, almost simultaneously happening, right? Like, us becoming close and you getting to know Matt was kind of at the same time.
Yes. So basically, and I didn't tell anybody this, except for maybe, like, Andrea, until my rehearsal dinner. So me and Matt were friendly at work. Well, so first he wasn't there for a long time. He says that he does remember the day that me and you did an interview because he was like, this bitch is gonna come and be a fucking shark on the floor and steal all the customers and she's gonna be the best salesperson ever. And I was like, only not. But he didn't work. He was like on leave or something. So he came back and I remember seeing him across the room and I was like, what's that? Give me that. Who's that? And everyone's like, you don't know him, he works here, he been working. And so whatever, we met through like working together. And so then we started like talking, and he had a podcast at the time where he was doing like internet radio with Rock Def and all of these things. And then so we were talking on Messenger, on Facebook Messenger, and I strategically deactivated my Facebook because at the time, back in the day, dating myself now, Messenger and Facebook, like it was one app. It wasn't two separate apps. And so like, if you didn't have a Facebook, you couldn't have a Messenger. And so I specifically deleted my fucking Facebook so that he would have to like talk to me through like texting and calling and not on the Facebook. And it was like a test to like see if you like me. So fast forward, you text me or call me or something. I remember watching you have this conversation with me. So I think you like called me like through the store. And you were like, is everything okay? Matt said that, like, you deleted him from Facebook, but, like, did you delete me from Facebook? And I was like, oh, I just need a break. And so then you were like, Matt's saying, like, can he have your number so you guys can still, like, talk? And I was like, yeah, totally. And then a week later, I put my Facebook back.
Dead. I, like, die dead right now. Hold on. This is new to me.
Yeah.
So, wait, did I like reach out to you for permission to give your phone number to him?
Yes, I remember you were standing at near the front door, like the podium near the front door, and you were looking at me and you're like, is it okay? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like like how manipulative, but when you want a man, you get him. So guys, listeners, so thanks to my husband having a podcast, I have a podcast with Becky. It's called Stepmoms Without Children. Welcome to our podcast. So yeah, you did it. You did it, Beck. I manipulated you into getting me a husband.
Hold on. So So your husband Matt was.
Uh-huh.
I've always considered him a good friend. Obviously
Totally.
considered him a friend before I met you,
Uh-huh.
and that was also back in my. So somehow moving to Delaware and working at the store got me to start smoking again. So I was
Mm-hmm.
out. So like Matt and I would go out and smoke cigarettes,
Mm-hmm.
and like it was definitely like brother sister vibes. Like
Mm-hmm.
I loved smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. What a terrible influence.
Yeah. And I just want to say that, Taylor Swift has a song called Mastermind off of
Of course.
Midnight.
Of course she does.
And you like should look up the lyrics because it is your song.
Ew.
She says like, what if I told you none of it was accidental? And the first time I saw you, I knew that I wanted your body. And it's just
Ooh.
how she literally like masterminded the whole plan of like
Taking a man.
getting him to love her and really just getting the world to love her. And
Oh my God.
but
That's
really,
my song.
but really, well, the bridge is really sad. So she says in the bridge, she says, no one wanted to play with me as a little kid. So I've been scheming, like a criminal ever since, just to make them love me and make it seem effortless. And then she says like, I'm only cryptic and Machiavellian because I care. And,
Aww.
yeah,
She's so cute.
it just reminds me of that story. So
Yeah. Well, so there's another thing about Becky, because we're getting to know each other. The listeners are getting to know us. Becky's a Swiftie, an elder Swiftie, I think you called it once.
yeah, I'm an elder Swiftie. Yes.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
I personally don't get it, but I don't care about the details. Like if a song is a bop, honey, it's a bop.
This I know about you.
Yeah, I just like the guy we were talking today in our group chat, like that guy with that song.
Jelly Roll.
I don't know who this man.
So so basically, I guess to sum up our origin story is we were brought together by a mutual friend and a store, and that's where we met. I female soulmate. You met a female soulmate and your husband's.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are a decade later.
A decade, which is weird because I'm 20.
I know. Do the math.
Don't
do the math, actually.
Don't do the math. Yeah.
So Jelly Roll. So Jelly Roll, and listen, I only know what I know from TikTok. So Jelly Roll is a country music artist.
With tattoos on his face.
Tattoos on the face, and he he won some CMA awards this past, like it was a couple weeks ago.
But he's like he came from TikTok.
So I don't know if he really came from TikTok. However, when he was releasing music, he did it. TikTok embraced it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So a couple cool things about this dude. He was in jail. It really is like he really talks very much about himself being like a rags to riches story. His wife, you need to look up. Her name's like Bunny XOXO, I think, on TikTok.
I won't, but sure.
But his wife Bunny is like an escort. They met in Vegas.
Oh my God. And she was like, I love the tattoos on your face. Let's bang.
They just love her. They just love each other so much. And she's a fucking riot. She is a no filter, like tell it like it is, like savvy businesswoman in her own right.
Oh, I love a savvy businesswoman. Always.
Yeah,
favorite.
She is, mad fucking respect Bunny. And her husband Jelly Roll, with the fake news, has a crispy, gnarly, like guttural voice of a country angel. And I'm not the hugest country music fan.
Yeah, he's giving like gritty Chris Stapleton.
Yes, that's exactly what he's giving.
Like he's gritty Chris Stapleton, but also like Post Malone. Yes. Like not just because he looks like a slob kebab with tattoos on his face, but just like the vibe.
The vibe, totally the vibe. And he talks a lot about how if you're in a dark place in your life, like look at me now, like I've been there, keep going.
How old is he?
I never looked it up, but if I had to guess, I mean, he's got to be around I'm 40. He's got to be around 40.
Well, I love to hear a late bloomer.
Right.
We love a late bloomer. We're late bloomers. To the podcast game, we're late bloomers.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
We're going to make it. Oh my God.
So that's definitely a side of TikTok that I'm on, but I'm on all corners of TikTok.
No, I don't even want to be on a side, but today to find out what side of TikTok I'm currently on, because it just changes depending on sometimes it's a lot of animal videos. If I just look at the videos that my husband sends me, which is great.
That's adorable.
Because that's like harmless. But today I was on mid-size try-on people. I was on mid-size like try-on clothes talk.
Oh God.
And I'm neither mid-size nor do I believe that mid-size is a word. And I was just like, you guys are just fat. It's okay. You don't have to be like, no, I'm fat, but I'm not that fat. Like, just, we're all fat, bitch. Stop playing. I'm on that TikTok. I'm also on how to do your hair TikTok. And everyone's calling it like the old school blowout. And I'm just like, it's just a blowout. That's all it is. It's not old school. It's not, you're just blow drying your hair. It's called a round brush. They're not saying we're doing an old school and putting the roller in the hair. Our grandmas did that.
Oh yeah, the kids love a roller these days. I'm telling you, they love it.
It's not new. It's not stupid. Hold on, because we just talked about rollers, so it reminded me that for junior prom, I put rollers in my hair, and I went to school like that, and that was a stupid idea. It was a little bit peacocky, but also just like, no, I need to get ready for prom.
Hold on, wait, but like, did you have were they like the big rollers?
No, these were the foam pink ones.
I knew it.
So stupid. So fast forward.
If there was curlers in my hair, they would be like the barrel of PVC pipe.
Literally. Oh, you're married to a plumber. I got it. I used Garnier hairspray. Ugh. I don't remember what it was called, but I do remember that when I got home and took the rollers out, my hair wasn't giving. It wasn't giving curl because the freeze spray or like whatever I used just made it all like clump. And so it was like twisted and curls, but it just like stayed in like this weird thing. Like you couldn't comb it out. It was too thick of like hairspray. So I had to just like rinse my hair out. But then having all that product in my hair like made my hair like more curly than I had ever even known that it was. And so it ended up being cool.
I die.
Junior prom.
So in the vein of origin stories.
Yes.
My TikTok origin story.
Uh-huh.
So I had heard of TikTok. I guess let's bring us back to like 2018, 2019, right? 2018.
Oh my God, that's early. I only knew it as the cute boys. Like they would have ads on it on like Facebook and on the TV, and it would be like cute boys dancing.
Cute boys dancing. So I knew it as two things. I knew it as the fucking cosplay kids, like with that stupid song, fellas, ladies, and like all the cosplayers dancing to that song. But I also knew it as like scantily clad young girls.
Yeah.
So, cue pandemic era.
Yeah.
Vince is like watching TikTok, and I literally was like, you're a pervert. That's disgusting. They're young girls. So then he proceeds to like convince me to like sit down and watch his TikTok with him for a little while. And it's fucking funny cat videos, and it's like people DIYing. It's
cool.
And I'm like, this is amazing. Like, people are so fucking creative. Like, I love user created content. And I downloaded TikTok, and I've never looked back.
Not a once.
I love it.
I think I came to TikTok during the pandemic because I remember that my first TikTok was like when I was working from home. But even then, it was like makeup tutorials and get ready with me's.
Which I still love, by the way.
Honestly, we do love it. I got into, I think maybe just during the pandemic, people were doing a lot of like DIY, like home improvements. But like, I remember following a lot of people that bought like really old houses, or the family that bought like a middle school.
Yep.
And I was like, I should buy a middle school. I can renovate it.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do I own a hammer? No. Do I own a drill? I sure don't. But should I buy a middle school and renovate it to be my house? Absolutely, I should. So stupid.
So I think like and right now the complaint of TikTok is TikTok Shop. So like people have like the commissionable link in their videos.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll admit, yeah, like as I'm scrolling through, it's a lot of, ads, TikTok Shop and selling. Dude, I can't go a few videos without seeing the Tarte like Maracuja holiday lip kit,
Yeah. Now you want it?
Actually don't. Isn't that funny?
Well, I just feel like buying lipsticks is such a waste because they wear the same color every time.
I have so many red lippies for 4 times a year. Like I just want to be a girl. There's this so I don't know where she started, but she became known when she was working for New York Times Food, like a New York Times Cooking creator. And so she ended up releasing a couple books and stuff, but her name is Allison Roman. And she films all her videos in like a freaking white t-shirt or white tank top. She has a lived in blonde hair and red lip and 90s red nails. And I would never. I just love her.
No. I'm gonna like you.
I want to be a red lip girl.
Yeah. I feel like wearing lipstick is too difficult. I feel like I would never have said that 10 years ago. Ew. 10 years ago, me hates myself. Like, I used to be a full face everyday girl. I also remembered this today. I forget what it was. I thought of like a podcast question for my sister. Like, she thought it was so weird one time when I was like curling. We were on FaceTime. I was curling my hair like with a curling iron. My hair was like this, like when I worked at the store. And she was like, "Are you going to prom? What are you curling your hair for?" And I specifically like think of that every time I like look at my curling iron. I'm like, also
right. Not even that long ago. Like when I was at the store, I was makeup.
Yeah, like dealing with the public, wanting to fucking beat my face every day. I also think that we went through like that makeup phase, like makeup talk on Facebook. Yeah. Like, are you kidding? I was like doing tutorials. Who the fuck am I giving a tutorial to do a makeup?
Makeup talk was life though.
It was life.
I just still love it. Like I stop at every makeup tutorial TikTok I see. I follow makeup content creators. I have scaled down my collection, but I love a palette, I love it. I just think it's fun.
So in the way that people will be like looking on Zillow at like these $1 million homes and they're like $1 million and it only has 2 bathrooms, get the fuck. Like, and they're like judging these houses that they have no business judging from their like 2-bedroom apartment. I'm like that with makeup tutorials. I will watch it. I will watch the whole thing intently. Do I retain the information enough to even go buy a new makeup? No, I've had the same concealer since I bought the concealer and I sent you a picture and I said, "Is this too light?" And you said, "Yes." I still have it. It's an e.l.f. It's like almost gone.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's the dupe for whatever the fuck, Shape Tape.
Yep.
Yeah, I still have it. And that's how many times I've not done my makeup. That I still have it since fucking 2021.
I recently have just bought my 3rd of that.
Oh my gosh. I probably buy the same color as you. It's like the lightest, coolest one. And I'm like, no, this is my color. And then I complain when I look white in pictures. I'm like, oh, it's like flashback. I
even like the one I use, I feel is like a little light.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
my girl got a little sun this summer.
Okay, girl. I noticed today too, I had roots from being like outside in the sun because I was also thinking of dyeing my hair with like highlights of blue.
Oh, it's cute. I love it.
I know. I want to dye my hair blue black because I have a lot of grays, but I also just want to go gray and not have to dye my hair.
You know, I'm like totally on board for a gray journey.
My mom is too. My mom is gray.
Oh, your mom's the queen of
The queen. But I don't like it. I don't like it for me because it's like, can you just do a bunch or do it underneath? Because this here, there, couple spots, I'm not into it. Can I get a Stacey London? Okay. Can I get who's that guy? Can I get the father from The Nanny?
Stacey London is, I mean, that's just like a kiss of God. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
You're a beautiful creation of mine.
Here's here go.
Highlight of perfect gray hair.
Yeah. Meanwhile, here I am. I'm like with these stragglers. They're like, pink, fucking alfalfa.
I've never seen a gray hair in my head. I'm not bragging, but.
Oh, good. Very good. I'm gonna ask your mom. I'm gonna ask Jody when she started going gray. Does she? She does her hair though. She's like ginger or blonde.
Yeah, she's like gingery. She I mean, I definitely remember, you know, my mom in her early 40s, like seeing a piece here and there. But so the other thing about the women in my family is that we all have very thick hair. And, you know, yes, we may go gray, but man, do we keep that thick hair. Like my aunt, like my aunt's braid is like, I mean, it's inches. So my aunt's braids, like, you know,
me. No, I'm thinking of like all of the videos I've seen and me and Nina send back to each other that there are girls that are like, oh, look how thick my braid is. Like, this is just one braid. And like, she has like two braids in her hair. And like one of them is like a friggin' Red Bull fucking can.
Literally.
And there's a girl who stitches it and her braids are like two fucking straws. I'm like, look, Nina, it's me and you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is what I'm talking about TikTok. Like, people are so funny.
No, they are. It's just like in the same vein of I don't have notifications for my emails on my phone because when I'm ready to check my email, I will open my email and check it. Don't tell me when I need to look at my email. I feel the same way with TikTok. When I'm ready, when I have time, I will do it because I know, like, not that I get sucked into my email because I don't, but I know that I'm going to get sucked into a TikTok. I will keep scrolling until you get those videos. It's like, stop scrolling. Take a minute to stand up and breathe and drink some water.
It is
want that.
Suck. It really is.
I hate it.
It's an addiction. Yeah.
That's what I want that.
I wish I had the self-control to put it down sometimes.
Well, so I say that, but at the same time, I know that I'm on like Instagram and Facebook, probably the same way that you're on TikTok. It's just I'm watching videos on mute. Like on TikTok, I don't know how to mute it. And not all videos have closed captions. So I'm like, nope, I'm not going to even click on it. And TikTok like covers your whole, like you can't even see the time when you're on TikTok. And like it's a fucking casino. Like they fucking pump oxygen through your phone so you stay awake.
100% casino.
Yeah, but like on Facebook and on Instagram, like I can still see the time and see that I need to get my ass back to work or back to bed or back to whatever the fuck my life was doing before I open this app. I'll wrap it up. So thanks for listening to our podcast. Is that what I say?
I think that was good.
Yeah, I guess. So that's our podcast. Come back every Friday to listen to a new episode. And sometimes maybe we'll sprinkle in some other ones. If you're looking to follow us on social media, Becky is at BeckyB1, right?
No.
Really?
I have no idea.
If you're looking to follow me on social media, on Instagram, I'm Cold Heart Covered in Gold, naturally. And our best friend, Becky, is Becky, BECKI_B, Found it.
Thank you.
Please come back to listen to our next one and the one after that and the one after that. Like, follow, share, subscribe, tell everyone about it. We want to just real quick shout out the Media Virus Network and the Media Virus Podcast for producing our very first podcast.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Mike.
And I guess Pete. And that's it. Is that a terrible outro? I don't know. Probably right.
I mean, I think it's a working outro, you know?
Yeah, we're working on it.